Well, one day before the FDA is set to debate whether boosters are safe and effective, there's new information from both Moderna and Pfizer, and now it's just a matter of analyzing that information. Moderna released new evidence that breakthrough cases among fully vaccinated people were less frequent in people who recently got the shot. And a Pfizer study out of Israel says people 60 and over who got the booster were far less likely to get COVID. So we want to bring in one of our favorite doctors around the area because we want to figure out what this means. Dr. Ayla Stanford, it's so good to see you.
Nice to see you too. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning. Let's start with this new information that we're learning about boosters, especially as the FDA is weighing the options and is going to make a decision. Do you think then that the FDA tomorrow is going to say, you know what, we need to have them, let's go ahead and start this round of boosters?
I think the FDA is going to shine some light on who needs to get it, when they need to get it, why they need to get it, and how much. So first, the who. Are we going to be 60 and up, 65, 75 and up? Is it going to be healthcare workers because they are exposed? The older folks because their immune system may not be as strong? Is it going to be why at 6 months after your second dose you need it? Or is it later, after 9 months? Right now, they're suggesting 6 months. And they're saying 6 months not because the vaccine is not effective or the Delta variant. It's more that it wanes at 6 months. Think about your flu shot. It's good for October through March, 6 months. That's usually the life protective, if you will, of the vaccine. So that's what I hope to hear on Friday, and then subsequently by the CDC next Wednesday, September 22nd.
I like that you brought up that comparison about the flu shot. And what's interesting about that is I think a lot of people thought of it as a once a year thing, because even though you're mentioning that it's effective through March, we don't really think about it until it's time to come back around the fall and get it again.
That's correct. And this is also a good time to mention preliminarily, Pfizer is saying, yes, same dose, but Moderna is saying half dose when they are going to ask for permission from the FDA and the CDC. So for all those folks out there running to get their booster off label, when it hasn't been approved, stop. Wait till you get the information.
Okay. Thank you for that update, especially because we're learning more and everyone is talking about those breakthrough cases and the fact that folks are vaccinated. They're saying that they're getting COVID. Most notably, Wendy Williams yesterday came out saying that she has COVID, and we know that she is fully vaccinated. So what does this mean then for fully vaccinated folks right now? Should they be concerned? Should they be acting as if they're not vaccinated?
So no one should be acting as if they're not vaccinated. You should still be wearing a mask. You should still talk to your friends who are unvaccinated and encourage them. And let's take Wendy Williams, and I pray that she continues to do well. I believe she's not in the hospital. I hope she stays out. The vaccine was to prevent you from having a severe illness, prevent you from being hospitalized, and prevent death. And we even know with our Pennsylvania data that 94% of the people who have COVID are unvaccinated, 95% of those in the hospital are unvaccinated, and 97% of those who have died are unvaccinated. So that's no different than the data that was presented to us originally. And I think the booster and Wendy Williams, the time is important. Is she 6 months out from her second dose? But I think we got to focus on the fact that she appears to be doing well. We also don't know her past medical history, right? And the vaccine is to protect severe illness and death, at least upwards of 94%.
Yeah, and it doesn't stop you from just getting or showing up as positive. And that's the thing. I think a lot of folks are still believing, because I just heard just yesterday someone say, oh, well, you know, you're vaccinated, you're fine, you're not going to get it. And it's like, well, you can still get it. You just won't be in the hospital. Well, you're less likely to be in the hospital and be on a ventilator, correct?
Right, correct. And more importantly, you will not get sick. The vaccine went into your arm to protect you, but it doesn't mean that you still can't transmit it to someone who didn't mount as good an immune response, or to a child, for example, as we see now in our Philadelphia schools. Some of our kids may have been exposed to an unvaccinated person, and they can't be protected yet because they're too young to receive a vaccine.
And that's why you're having this event today. Tell us about this event you're doing with the Philadelphia School District, encouraging folks who are eligible to get the vaccine.
Absolutely. So today at 2001 West Lehigh Avenue, both at noon and at 2 p.m., I will be leading a Q&A session to talk to staff, teachers, everybody who works, the important folks that serve our kids in the cafeteria, drive our buses, keep the buildings clean, and even the students, if you're 12 and up and you want to hear about, tell me what has made you pause about the vaccine. What are you afraid of? And we'll be there. And if you decide that you want the vaccine today, we will have it. We are open from 10 to 4, and we'll have additional Q&A and education sessions next week as well.
I'm so grateful that you're doing this, especially because recently on social media, we have seen some more theories, some folks saying that they heard from a cousin friend or some other things about how the vaccine affects people. For some of these rumors, for example, what it does to your anatomy, have you heard of any of these instances actually happening? Is that even on the record?
It is not. First, it was infertility with women. Then it was impotence with men. And what I would say, neither one of these are things you want to happen, regardless of any reason, is first for men, talk to a urologist. There are many reasons that is caused. It can be anxiety, high blood pressure, certain medications you take, certain anatomical things. So please, get a good history, to be diagnosed and treated is what I would suggest. And for folks out there, listen to the Q&A. I can tell you there's no evidence to support that at all.
Okay. And I guess if you're on medication, you should disclose that if you walk up and get your vaccine, because maybe, is that something we need to be doing?
So we ask about allergies to medications. We ask about blood thinners and things like that, because, there was an incidence of blood clots. But this does not preclude you. It's why we have a thorough conversation before it's administered. It's why you should talk to your doctor. But these adverse effects that people are discussing, there's a myriad of reasons for that. And I wouldn't tie it to having received the vaccine. Know that the vaccine is protective, that it is preventing severe disease and death, and helping to protect our children.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Ayla Stanford, and good luck with the event today. I hope that folks are able to get answers to their questions and we can move forward, especially as we're dealing with more closures in schools. So it just shows how necessary it is so we can all get this school year together in person.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we are going to take a break, and we will be right back.